Look at this picture. Can you tell me what is this? Have a look. Well, this is the plan of the famous Delhi Palace and Fort. Well, that is the Red Fort in Delhi. Now, the Red Fort that you see in Delhi right now was actually planned on a paper first. Now, why are they planned on a paper first? Because the architects, they first build, or you can say they first draw these buildings and make diagrams on a paper. Now, these diagrams, they help them in making better precision and accurate measurements beforehand so that they can know how the building will look like in real. So, they first draw these on a paper. Now, what is this paper on which they draw? Well, that paper is this. This is called the graph paper. You can see that this graph paper has definite number of boxes. And so on. Now, each box is actually of 1 centimeter. So, they can actually scale on this graph paper to draw their buildings. One more thing, these boxes, they are divided in further into smaller number of boxes. Like each box has 10 smaller boxes in it. So, all this helps them in very, very accurate measurements. Now, this graph paper, this not only helps in construction or building such buildings or you can say such monuments, but also it is used in sports. Now, you will say how this paper is used in sports? Well, this paper helps them to strategize their movements. In which sports? Like in football or you can say in cricket. Now, the coaches of these teams, what they do, they strategize the movements of the players over here, like where the players will stand or the exact position the fielders are going to stand. Now, it is difficult to imagine, right? I will show you how it is done. Now, we have a football team with us, okay, and we have hired a football coach. Now, that football coach is very, very strict. What he does is that he strategizes each and every movement of the players beforehand so that the match is perfect. Now, here, the football coach which we have is very, very strict. What does he do? He takes the players for practice. Now, the players are very excited. First, he imagines or he draws this field on a graph paper. And the center of the field, he denotes as O. Now, this O is actually called the origin on the graph paper. Now, to place the positions of the players, what does he do? He divides the field into two for two different teams. Like this. Here, he divides this into two and he names this line so that it is convenient for him. So, he names this as Y, the line Y. Now, on the graph paper, it is always known as the Y-axis. So, this line, this vertical line on a graph paper is called a Y-axis. Now, for his convenience, he drew another line. Again from the origin, but this time horizontal. Like this. Now, he named this as the X, or on the graph paper it will be known as the X-axis. Now, this Y-axis and X-axis together are known as axes, which is spelled as A-X-E-S. So, the axes that are represented on a graph paper are called the Y-axis and the X-axis. Now, to position his players, he needs some numbers on these lines, so that he can tell his players to go and stand at such so and so position. So, he numbered his axis. First of all, he named the axis as Y, Y dash and this as X, X dash, right? So, these denotes a Y axis and X axis, and you know that this O represents origin. This is the place where these both lines meet. And you can see that how he has numbered them. He has numbered them as 0, 0, which is the origin. Here both X and Y axis is 0. And he has numbered them like this, from the origin to the right hand side, like 1, 2, 3, 4. Origin to the left also as 1, 2, 3, 4. origin to the forward as 1, 2, 3, 4 and origin to the bottom as the same 1, 2, 3, 4. Now what happens? These are numbered. Now the players are ready. Now he told one of his players to go and stand at the position 4. Tell me where he will stand. Now this player, he went and stood on this position. Now he knew that the coach was very strict. Now he was confused as this was the position 4. Now position 4s are many. See? Here also position 4. Here also position 4. And here also position 4. Then which one? Well, the coach understood that there was a confusion. He said, go and stand on the position 4 on the x-axis. So you could say that this was the position 4 on the x-axis and this was the position 4 on the x-axis. Now again there is a confusion, this one or this one. No, he was very scared as to how to complain to the coach that there were again 2 positions on the x-axis. So the coach understood that he has to name these numbers, or you can say he has to rename these numbers. So what did he do? He renamed these numbers as negative numbers as -1, -2, -3, and he did the same with the y-axis. From the origin to the bottom, he renamed these as negative numbers like this. You can see, so from the origin to the right as positive 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on, and from the origin to the left as negative 1, 2, 3, 4, from the origin to the forward as 1, 2, 3, 4 and positive, and from origin to the bottom as negative 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. Now if the coach tells him to go and stand at the position 4 on the x-axis, will he be confused? Well, no. This is the only position at 4 at the x-axis or on the x-axis. So now he is okay with it. Now what if he asks him to stand at position 4 on the y-axis? Can you tell me where he will stand? Position 4 on the y-axis. So this is the y-axis and position 4. This is 4 and this is -4. So no confusion. The only 4 on the y-axis. So he will go and stand here. Now, what if he says go and stand at -4 on the x-axis? So what we have to see? First the x-axis, which is this horizontal line, and -4 on this place. Now -4 is here, so he will go and stand here. Similarly, -4 on the y-axis, which place? -4 on the y-axis is this. Right? So now they are pretty comfortable by standing on these axes. Now you can say that every time they will not only stand in these lines only, they need to stand somewhere here, here, here or here. Every time they won't stand in a straight line and play football. They have to stand in these places also. Then how will the coach position them? So you can say that they will need a combination of 2 numbers so that they can get the positions to stand in these parts. Remember in the previous lecture, we had that combination of rows and columns to get our seat in the multiplex. Similarly here, we have to have a combination of the numbers on the x-axis and of the y-axis so that we can get a position in somewhere in these places. So here, again, the coach understood this and told them to stand at a combination of positions, say 6, 2. Now that means a place 6 and the other place 2. So this footballer, he went and stood here. Now what he thought was 6 places on the x-axis. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 2 places on the y-axis. So 1, 2, this point. So according to him, he was standing in the correct position. But now, what if the coach meant 6 on the y-axis and 2 on the x-axis? Then he would have to stand here. Six on the y and 2 on the x. Again, a confusion. So the coach told them that whenever he will tell them such positions, they have to see that the first one will represent place on the x-axis, and the second one will represent the place on the from the y-axis. So they have to remember this. So this time the first position of his was correct. This is known as 6, 2. That means 6 places on the x-axis and 2 places on the y-axis. So this position is correct. So what is this 6, 2? This is a pair of numbers, a combination of numbers which has the x first and then the y. So this point, say P, 6, 2 is known as an ordered pair or Cartesian coordinates. What is this point? It is a point which is located in the xth column and yth row on the graph paper. Now this is denoted as P, x, y, where x is this 6. So this point lies in the 6th column, and this y is this 2, which is the second row. Now, how will you always remember that this first one is the x coordinate and the second one is always the y coordinate? Well, you know the English alphabet. Now, in the English alphabet, x always comes before y, right? So, you will remember that whenever a point is given to you like this, the first coordinate, now these are the pair of coordinates. So, the first coordinate will be known as the x coordinate and will always represent the x coordinate. And the second one will always represent the y coordinate. Now, this system was named after René Descartes and is known as the Cartesian system. So, now if I ask you, say take a point 2, 3. Can you tell me which one is the x coordinate? Well, x always comes first, that is x comes before y. So, this 2 will be known as the x coordinate and this y, that will be 3. So, 3 will be known as the y coordinate. So, now you are comfortable with reading points. So, let's take another example, say -3, 0. Now tell me which one is the x coordinate or the y coordinate here. Well, again you can see this is a pair of coordinates. We are having a pair of numbers here. Now the first one always denotes the x coordinate. So -3 will be x coordinate. What about y coordinate? Do we have no y coordinate here? Well, no. The 0 will be denoted as the y coordinate. So this is how we read coordinates. So now all the confusion with the field was over. There was these x-axis, y-axis, origin, these negative numbers, everything. Now they also know that they can be given a combination of numbers, that is the pair of coordinates, so that they can stand in these positions as well. So everything was clear now. Now the coach again started placing the positions of the players. Now the first position he gave was 6, 2. Now one of the players went and stood here. Well, he is correct, we know. 6, 2, that means 6 places on the x-axis. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 places on the x-axis. And 2, that is 2 places on the y-axis. So 1, 2. See, both these lines are intersecting at this point. So this point represents 6, 2. So this player is correct. Now he told another player to go and stand at the point 3, 4. Let's see where he goes and stands. Well, see, this player goes and stands at this point. Is he correct? Can you tell me he is correct or not? Let us check. 3, that means the x coordinate. So 1, 2, 3. And 4 means the place on the y-axis. So 1, 2, 3, 4. See where these two lines meet? This point itself. So this player is also now trained. Now he told one player to go and stand at this point. Now this point is not told to us. Can you tell me what is this point? Well, now you know how to locate such points on a graph paper. So I give you a point like this and ask you to name this point. And tell me what are the coordinates of this point. Tell me. Well, you can see that 1, 2, 3. 3 places on the x-axis and 1, 2. 2 places on the y-axis. So how will we write it? We will write it as 3, 2 or 2, 3. Tell me, which one of them is correct? Well, we know that x coordinate is always written first and then the y coordinate. So the x coordinate is 3. So which options has 3 first? This one. And then the y coordinate, that is 2. So this coordinate is correct. So he is standing at the point 3, 2. Now, again, he has placed one more player here. Now tell me, which point is he standing on? Let us see. First, we will see his position from the x-axis. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, on 6. See. And on the y-axis, -1, -2, -3, -4. Well, whenever you are using graph paper, do not use freehand lines. Always use a ruler and then draw these lines. You can use dotted lines also to show your points. So here, what are we having? 6 places on the x-axis and -4 from the y-axis. So we can name this as 6, -4. Now this doesn't mean that they will not have points here. You can also plot points in these places and then name them according to the x-axis and the y-axis. Now the coach, he wanted to test these players whether they have really understood this position game. So here, what did he do? He told them a point, that is -7, 5. Now he told 4 of them to go and stand at this point. So the player A, B, C and D, these 4 players, they gave the test and these 4 went and stood in these 4 places. Now, can you help the coach in deciding who has given the right one or who is standing in the right position? Tell me. Let us help the coach together. You can see that -7, 5 is the coordinate he is given to us. So -7 represents what? X coordinate and 5 represents Y coordinate. So let us see which of them falls on that. Let us first see where -7 lies. Let us draw a line. We mean -7 on the x-axis. So where is -7? It is here. So let us draw a line here. See, on -7, these two are correct. Well, does that mean these two are wrong? Let's see 5 also. Well, 5 means 5 on the y-axis. So 5 is here. Let's draw a line here. Now what do you see? Either A is correct or B is correct or C. D is totally wrong. He has not understood this position thing. So let us remove D from this test. Now tell me, which one is correct? A, B or C? Now we know that this is a combination of two numbers. So both numbers, the lines joining both numbers have to intersect at a point and that will give us this coordinate. Now B, he is standing on the line y is 5. But is he standing on -7 as well? No. He has mistook it for 7. So this is wrong. Similarly, the player C. He is on the line where x is -7. But is he on the line where where y is 5? See? He has mistook y for -5. So this point is actually -7, -5 and not -7, 5. So which player is correct? Well, player A is correct. See, he is on a point where x is -7 and where y is 5. So you can say that this is the point A where the coordinate is -7, 5, where x is -7 and y is 5. So this is how we plot points on a graph paper.